So far, we've utilized the pen tool to create straight paths and curved paths, but oftentimes we're going to need a mixture of both of them when we're drawing in Illustrator. And what I really like about the pen tool is that it allows you to convert the nature of your path as you draw. And when I say nature, I just mean, is your path going to be straight or curved? You can tell the pen tool that, hey, I'm starting off with a straight line, but now I've changed my mind, I'm about to draw curved, or vice versa. And the way this works is by using the symbols associated with the pen tool. So let me zoom in here. Let's say I'm starting off with a straight line. I'm simply clicking and putting some anchor points down. But suddenly I want this to be a curved little dip here. In order to turn a path from straight to curve, I want to go back to the last anchor point and hover my mouse over it. I don't know if you can see, but my mouse went from just being a pen tool cursor to a pen tool cursor with that little caret, which just means you're going to convert the nature. Once I see that little caret, I'm going to click and drag. What I've just created here is a handle, and a handle tells me I'm about to make a curve. I can pull the handle in any direction I'm going to put my curve. So I want my curve to kind of go downward a bit, so I'm going to pull my handle downward. Now I can click and drag and create a curve. I have the same option of clipping or breaking a curve. So if I don't want the next line to be curved, I want straight again, all I have to do is go right back to that last point, and you see that little caret pops up one more time. This time when I click, the handle will disappear and I can draw a straight path. And this can be done over and over. Click on the last point, pull, click, pull, click on the last point, clip your handle. And it's really about paying attention to what that little point looks like. If there's no handles, that means it's going to be straight. If I click and drag and create a little handle, that means my design is going to be curved. Another thing I can do while I'm drawing is I can change the angle of a curve. So let's say I make this big curve this way. I actually want the next curve to also be that way, but right now my curve is going downward. I want to change the nature or the angle. To do that, I can hold down a modifier key. Our modifier key is Alt or Option. And when I do that, I get a big little like V. That's going to allow me to click on my handle and move it. As long as I have Alt selected, I can move the handle in any direction. So I want this next curve to go upward, not down, so I'm going to move the handle up. When I release Alt, I can click and drag and pull. And again, this handle's going down, so if I try to pull up, let's say I try to make a curve up, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to get this weird little wonky thing. I'm going to undo that. But if I hold down Alt and move my handle upward, now I can click and drag without any problem and get like multiple curves in the same direction. For your classwork for today, you're going to practice these techniques I just showed you with specific types of paths. And just like I've been doing, I try to provide numbers with some written instructions just to help you out. For part one, you're going to be combining curves with straight lines. So you see that you start off with a curve, you go to a straight line, and vice versa. The second part, you're going to be doing curves with these really sharp corners. For part three, you're going to do curves with corner point. And the final part is going to be working with these logos that have these really sharp curves that will practice these skills. Now, the key to good drawing is really going to be where you put your anchor points. So be patient. If you feel like you put too many anchor points and it's too bumpy, undo. If you didn't put enough to have control, add a few more. I will provide a video on how to do each step for each section, and I'll link it down below. That way you have some access, and if you want to work step by step with the video, you can. Be patient and good luck.